Hey everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and this is Saturday, the 4th of July 2020, and this is the weekly analysis for spot gold and dollar yen for the second week of July. And just before we dive into the analysis, for those who are new to my channel, just wanted to share that I also have a website that you can browse through at easy-fxcode.com, where I also post the weekly analysis, and that's been for a number of years already. And also I have a weekly trading blog that I post every Sunday, where I share my trade of over 100 pips, where I use a basic Fibonacci strategy of retracement and extension. So you can also browse through that. It's archived for years also. And also just go through the rest of my website with information on my training course. Alright, let's take a look at the spot gold analysis. And last week it made a new high again, a new recent high at 1789, and it almost reached the 162 fib extension level that we had marked out. And after hitting that, or almost hitting that, it pulled back all the way below the support zone at the weekly pivot and the swing high at the 1765 area before bouncing back up to form what looks like a bullish hammer. And this was the result of the non-farm payroll report on Thursday last week, where initially during the day or the previous day it had already pulled back lower after hitting that on the 1st of July, first day of the month. And then the following day could not climb up higher, just drifted until the non-farm payroll report came out, retested the low and then bounced. Non-farm payroll, the jobs report was better than expected, with over 4.8 million jobs added, but that's a bit deceiving because it's basically reopening of the economy in the US and hiring back of the previously laid off workers. So it's hard to tell what the new jobs added are. Unemployment claims was still high at 1.4 million for the week. So we won't see the full effect until all these numbers back to normal again. Excuse me. So going back on the daily time frame, there's still gold is still an uptrend. If we take a quick look at the weekly time frame, last week was still bullish. Sorry, last week was just closed as a spinning top after bullish couple of weeks, and for the month, as expected, it was a bullish move right through the whole month and with a strong bullish close. So it may just consolidate first until it attempts to go for another new high, and it's going to climb up to retest the 1800 level. I do have previous previous highs that it has from 2012 where it did hit a high of 1795.70, and then in 2011 it did hit a high of 1802. Alright, so it's trying to retest that area in the 1800 area. So the reversal Fibonacci retrace extension shows a 138 extension at the 1801, so that's a possible next target. This 162 was a continuation move from this small swing. All right, and this week as well, there's no major news coming out except on some minor ones on Monday with the ISM non-manufacturing PMI, and then on Friday with PPI figures. Okay, the support is still, if it does break down and attempt to break below last week's low, then there's definitely strong support from the 1750 level. Alright, but for now this intermediate support still is holding at 1765. So we'll see if it hits this area. There's possibility of another bounce. Okay, let's move on to the dollar yen. And dollar yen has still been attempting to climb higher, and it did manage to go through the support at the weekly pivot, which was at the 78.6 Fib retracement area, and climb up to the 50 Fib to test the 108 round figure, which is a strong resistance. It did spike through and hit up high 108.16 and near the 200 Fib area, 200 EMA area, before pulling back down back to the 62 Fib and consolidating. So this is definitely a strong resistance zone, and it's likely it's going to consolidate within this area with this rising trend line. So it's narrowing into a possible consolidation zone where it could break out. So there is strong resistance up ahead with 108 and the 200 EMA. So below that, if it breaks down, then it's got to come back to the 106 area, just below 107. All right. So we'll see next week at the second week, although there's not much news next week. There's only one central bank that's reporting next week with the RBA. Meanwhile, do check out my other videos with the other major pairs and Ichimoku analysis as well, and also my website. So do have a safe week ahead, and have a good trading week, and cheers for now.